Travis Kelce did not look like a carefree superstar on that sideline. He looked tired, frustrated, and honestly a little broken for a second. You could see it in his body language. Helmet in his hand, jaw clenched, eyes somewhere between angry and disappointed. That clip has already made the rounds, but what most people did not know in that moment was that Taylor Swift was in the building, tucked away in a box, watching it all unfold in real time. And here is the wild part. That vulnerable moment, that crack in the armor from the emotional leader of this team, ended up being the exact spark that lit the Chiefs' comeback. It was not pretty, it was not polished, but it was real, and sometimes that is exactly what a locker room needs. Let's talk about what actually happened, why this moment hit so hard, and what it means for the Chiefs moving forward. Coming into this game, the pressure on Kansas City was already sky high. The offense has not been the clean, automatic machine we all got used to. Drives have stalled. Drops have piled up. National shows have been talking more about declines and distractions than about dominance. Travis Kelce has been at the center of all of it. He is the Hall of Famer in waiting. He is the emotional thermostat of this team. And he is also the guy who cannot escape the cameras right now, because every move he makes gets framed through the lens of his relationship with Taylor Swift. So when the Chiefs started this one slowly and the offense sputtered again, you could almost feel the tension building. A missed read here, a pressure up the middle there, a miscommunication on a route. Then that sideline shot hits, Kelce packing, slamming his helmet down on the bench, talking to nobody and everybody at the same time, not screaming at a teammate, not going after a coach, just clearly at war with himself. According to the reporting, Taylor was in the stadium but off camera, choosing to stay low-key. No shots in the broadcast, no made-for-TV cutaways, just her, watching her fiancé unravel for a second while the season felt like it was teetering. Here is what made that moment powerful. It did not end with Kelce sulking. It ended with him resetting. Teammates came over. You could see a couple of guys tap him on the shoulder, say something quick, and move on. Patrick Mahomes checked in. Andy Reid gave him that look of "I hear you, now lock back in," and Kelce did exactly that. From that point on, his energy changed. You started seeing him finish routes stronger, fight through contact on key downs, set the tone in the huddle. He was still emotional, but the emotion had turned from frustration into focus. The comeback did not happen on one play. It was built on a series of little moments. A third down where Kelce sits perfectly in a soft spot and moves the chains. A block on the edge that springs a running back for a chunk gain. A route where he knows he is the decoy and sells it anyway because the concept needs him. That is what leaders do. They feel the frustration first, sometimes louder than everybody else. But then they turn it into fuel. That sideline meltdown will be the clip that lives on social media, but inside the building, what will matter is how he responded. The Chiefs needed a jolt. Kelce provided it, even if it came from a vulnerable place. And you know that comeback also quiets a lot of the noise. Instead of another week of "Is Travis distracted?" or "Is the window closing?" the story shifts to, the Chiefs still have life and their stars still care like crazy. Chiefs Kingdom reacted fast. Some fans loved seeing the fire. They pointed to that sideline moment and said, "That is the guy we have gone to war with for over a decade. That is the heart of this team." Others were nervous. They worry about his body, his age, the pressure, everything he has on his plate. Then you have the national shows and social media trying to turn it into a relationship storyline. People clipping the rant and tying it to Taylor sitting quietly in a box somewhere. Some Swifties were worried, some were defensive, and some were just proud of how invested he still is in his craft. But there is another side to this that does not fit into a hot take. It is the reminder that these guys are human. Kelce is not a character in a show. He is a 35-year-old tight end in a violent sport, trying to squeeze every last drop out of his career while carrying the expectations of a dynasty and the spotlight of a global celebrity relationship. The media will frame it however it wants, but inside Chiefs Kingdom, most fans get it. You would rather have a star who cares too much than one who shrugs and walks away. You would rather have a tight end who gets mad at himself, then responds by making winning plays, than someone who is just cashing checks. Taylor staying off camera also says a lot. She could have leaned into the spectacle. Instead, she watched quietly while her guy rode the emotional roller coaster and then helped pull his team back into the game. That is not a distraction. That is support. So what does this all mean going forward? It means the Chiefs still have a heartbeat. It means their veteran core is not checked out. It means Travis Kelce, even in the most scrutinized season of his life, is still willing to wear the emotion, the blame, and the responsibility in front of everyone. That vulnerable sideline moment will be replayed 1,000 times, but for Chiefs fans, it might end up being one of those turning point clips you look back on. The night things felt like they were slipping away, and the leader of the locker room snapped, then steadied, and helped drag the team back into it. If Kansas City builds on this, if the offense finally finds some rhythm, people might point to that game and say, that was the night the switch flipped. The night the frustration finally boiled over and turned into urgency instead of doubt. For now, it is simple. The Chiefs are still in the fight. Kelce is still that dude. And Taylor Swift secretly watching from the box just adds another layer to an already unbelievable story. If you are part of Chiefs Kingdom and you are riding every high and low with this team, you are in the right place. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.